Hey YouTube, this is X Division Champ of Team Duels Republic, and I got a video with some actual sustenance. Okay, for those who have been under a rock, okay, we have the new Cyber Dragon support coming out. We got Cyber Dragon Blitzkrieg slated for release in December for Japan, and we'll get this roughly around February, March. Probably March. And I'm thinking March primarily just because, okay, Japan got Blue Eyes in July. We got Blue Eyes in September, so August, July, August, September. We'll get this in December, February maybe. But there's a good chance it'll probably be March. That's what I'm looking at. Anyways, we got Cyber Dragon Dry. This thing, when normal summon, you can make all your Cyber Dragons level 5. When I say all your Cyber Dragons, that includes core. Anything with Cyber Dragon in its name is treated as Cyber Dragon, basically. So, all this, primary, your Nova Summoner, basically. Nova Summoner. Anyone gets the joke. Anyways, whenever he's banished, you can also use his secondary effect. You can target one Cyber Dragon you control. That monster becomes basically invincible to spells and trap cards this round. And it can't be destroyed or something to the effect of that nature. I got to reread the card. I'll put its effect down below if you haven't seen it already. Also, before I get too far into this, we have a contest going on. Whenever we hit 130 subs, we're giving away a Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Rooster secret rare, and depending if anyone actually enters or not, we'll be giving away something else. But I'm not going to reveal that prize yet, not until we're actually getting somewhere where we need to be. Now, we have Cyber Dragon. When Dry is treated as Cyber Dragon on the field and graveyard. Then we have Core. Core searches your cyber spells and traps and cybernetic spells and traps. When a normal summoned, also treated as Cyber Dragon on the field or graveyard. Also, if your opponent controls a monster, you control no monsters, you can banish this card and summon a Cyber Dragon from your graveyard. Pretty neat. Now let's get into the meat of this, I guess. We got Cyber Repair Plan. Okay, if you control Cyber Dragon in your graveyard, if you have one in your graveyard, basically, you can activate one of these effects. If you have two, you can activate both of these effects. The first one's a Rhoda effect for your Cyber Dragons. Basically, you get to add one light machine type monster to your hand. Cyber L10 gets a quick way to your hand in this case, because basically you're running it equivalent to about 6 of these in your deck unless something's changed ahead of time. So basically you get a quick shot for L10, and then everyone knows L10. I don't need to explain that. But its secondary effect, not secondary, but the least likely chosen effect is adding a cyber monster back to your deck from your graveyard. So, that's going to be interesting. So let's just look into the next one. Cyber Network is destroyed during the standby phase of the third turn after this card's activation. So the third standby phase after this card's activation. That's how it is. So, 1, 2, 3. 3 turns, this thing's going to be face up on the field at some point. So, basically, you banish a light monster, a light machine type monster from your deck for 3 rounds, basically. And then it destroys itself. So, whenever this card's sent from the field to the graveyard, so it could be face down whenever it's sent to the grave, and you still get this effect. You can summon all your banished light machine type monsters. So, hell, XYZ decks has a new card too. And I'm not talking Xyz, I'm talking X-Head Cannon, Y Dragon Head, Z Metal Tank. These cards needed something for a long time, too. Okay, now let's just look at the cost of that. You know, it's not a cost Yu-Gi-Oh terminology, but the cost to activating that basically and using that effect is none of those cards can activate their effects, and none of them can be used for. I mean, you can't attack them with this round. Attack with them this round, yeah. So basically, it's a pretty decent card. Very good. I'm thinking people are going to be running 2 of these things, possibly. Because, you know, it's like a return from a different dimension, but I thought I saw something up there. Ah, that's just the light reflecting off my camera, or is it my camera actually dirty? I don't know. Oh well, if it's dirty, it's dirty. There's nothing I can do about it while recording. Anyways, the next one, Cybernetic Fusion Support. This card was originally used in the anime, used by Zane, just like all the other Cyber cards. This version of it is slightly tweaked. Now you can use cards in your hand and field as well. Before you pay half your life points, and then you'd be able to use monsters in your graveyard as materials for a fusion summon. So basically, I play Polymerization. I chain Cyber. Well, if I was to play Polymerization first, I'd also have to have the materials on the field. So if you don't have the materials on the field, I think you have to play Cybernetic Fusion Support first. But regardless, that just shows what you're about to fucking do. Your opponent's not good. If your opponent can stop the fusion monster anyways, it doesn't matter. But anyways, we have... You play that, you pay half your life points. So now, this can turn Polymerization into Overload Fusion. Power Bond into Overload Fusion. Power Bond is the one most people are going to use. Because, quite honestly, Power Bond's the most fucking useful card in the world for a Cyber player. If you're a smart fucking Cyber player. You know, but people don't like it. Okay, 8,000 life points. Okay, you're sitting at 8,000. Okay, so you pay half your life points. Now you're at 4,000. If you go for Cyber End Dragon, or if you can't end a duel the turn you do this, you're a stupid player. If you cannot end the duel. Now granted, so if there's any face downs, you don't fucking do this. You do not fucking push, because you're going to get punished, okay? But if you're going to do that, make sure the field's empty. And there's one thing, if they have a fucking Karibo in their hand, it can negate the battle damage. You know, that's the only way you fuck up if you play it smart. Alright, that's the only way you could get fucked. And who the fuck uses Karibo in their decks outside of the people I know? Anyways, let's see how things work. Also, Cyber Dragon Nova has been the most touched on. Basically, we know what it looks like. We know what it does. It's the key card. And whenever, basically, rank 5, 2,100 attack, 1,600 defense. Basically, it's original stat-wise, it's everything Cyber Dragon, okay? The entire thing's a Cyber Dragon. But the, what else it does is, okay, you can tribute a... once per turn, you can tribute and Cyber Dragon you control. This monster gains 2,100 attack, basically. And then you could immediately detach, like you can detach an overlay unit and then summon a Cyber Dragon in your graveyard. And whenever this thing's destroyed by a card effect, I think it has to be an opponent's card effect too. But whenever it be destroyed by an opponent's card effect, it summons any fusion machine type monster from the extra deck. Granted, it's probably going to be Cyber End Dragon or some other card. You know, I know there are more cards other than Cyber Dragons, like Ultimate Ancient Gear Gold or something like that. But there's a lot of cards out there, so I'm looking forward to this. This has got me spending $30 on this anyways, because I'm looking to build a new Cyber Dragon deck anyways. And so whenever this card deck comes out, it's gonna be awesome. So see you, YouTube. Peace.